welcome to my channel and welcome to the 5th day of my mini marathon. Today I am making a scrapbook layout by you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Milou if you don't know that yet. And I'm making a scrapbook layout. I am doing it A4 size and I use some American Crafts 12 by 12 inch paper which I cut down in the right size, and I am using these pictures for which my sister and brother-in-law made for their passport so they could go on a holiday. And when I started this layout I didn't know what I was doing. The only thing I knew is that I wanted it as a photo strip kind of thing, like yeah, like this. And then I was like, okay, let's see what I'm going to do. When I am halfway through the layout, I was like, I don't like this. What it's gonna be, I don't know. But I decided to move on, and in the end, I like it. So that's a learning point. Even if you think, no, it's not gonna work, try and keep going on. So maybe it will work out. And if it's not, you can always start over. But it will end up better than you think it will, if that makes sense. Here, this paper has a scalloped form, and I decided to cut around it to make it a little bit more interesting, and I was fussing around here what I wanted to do with it. I didn't know yet, but later on you see me cut this part in half so I could put it on both sides of the strip. Here you see me, oh, I like that one the best, so it needs to go on both sides. Let's cut it down. Yes. So that's what I was doing over there. And the only thing I knew for this layout is that I wanted to use those pieces of paper, and I wanted those on that place in the layout. So I do stuck this down. This is not yet the point where I am not sure about it. Well, I'm trying here to put another piece of paper behind it, but I don't like it. I wanted to include a little bit more of the pink because it has a little, and then I thought, oh, I can use my Heidi Swap modeling paste to include some pink. But still, I had no clue. So I just put this down, and then I was like, okay, let's use a stencil and make a background with it. And I try and start, but I need to stuck my stencil down because it moved too much. And here you see me putting down the modeling paste. It's the pink one, and it has a bit of shiny. I really like it, but in this layout I definitely wasn't sure. I made this, and then I left the middle open for a reason, because my picture was gonna cover it up. And here I'm cleaning up my stencil in my art journal, but here I was like, I don't like it. What do I need to do? I put some on the bottom to make a little cluster there, and I dried it in between, and you saw me doubt, or I was doubting, and I cut that part out. So here you see me like, okay, it's gonna work, but no, I definitely wasn't sure. But I was like, okay, well, let's go on, and if I don't like it in the end, I can stop and start over. But for now, try and move on. I used the paper pad Cute Girl by Crate Paper, and here you see me cutting around the tag to make my own tag in the pattern paper. And you have a cut apart sheet in the, or more than one actually, in the paper pad, and I cut that girl square out of there. I'm gluing this tag down to make a layer, and then I put that one down. I was at this point I was okay, put stuff down and just plonk. Don't think about it, do it, because it can only get better. I am using some washi tape, but because it's on the modeling paste, I include some extra adhesive to make it stuck. And I am using these chipboards to make it make a little bit more of texture in there. And then I was like, okay, I have this cut-apart sheet from Warm and Cozy, I think it's called, I'm not sure, sorry. And I cut it out with a 1-inch circle punch to make another embellishment. And here I'm looking through my layout. I saw that little girl, the doll kind of cut-apart thingy, and I decided to fussy cut it out to make it as an embellishment. Instead of the square one, I liked it more really as a doll. And I'm figuring out where do I want it, but I decided to make another cluster in the top. Here you have a tag in the cut-apart sheets, and I used that one on the top too, of course with a thread, and then it's done. I have a question for you. Did you ever or have a layout where you thought, well, this is definitely not working, I don't know where it's gonna end up and stuff like that, and then you kept going and it turned out actually pretty good? Well, this is mine in that case. But I'm curious. Yeah, I decided to leave it all in so you can see that it's a process. We don't always know what we're gonna do. Just try and keep on moving, and things come to you eventually. Here I was like, well, I definitely don't like it, but then I started making the clusters, and I figured out something and it worked. So yeah, that's a good thing. I include some wood veneer because I missed the texture, and I chose the flowers because the chipboard I used were flowers too. So here you see me put one down there as well, and some flowers. And then I am going to use some of these diamond shaped thingies. I also have my Highly Swap Color Shine, but I will save that for later. Here, it gives something extra. I put it with the flowers in a diagonal look, and then you have a triangle from the, well, you can start wherever you want, but it's leading your eye in a way that everything will be seen. So yeah, I like it. Here was the Highly Swap Color Shine in the color Blush, and I am making a doodly border around the thing, and then I was like, I'm almost finished, but I'm missing something. Of course, my title. I have that sometimes. Then I'm making a layout and I'm like, ooh, I forgot to put a title on there. Well, here I go. I call this one Adventure Ready because those were photos for their passports, so they could go on a holiday. And yeah, I thought it was a good title. So that's it, and then I add some journaling on the bottom, and then I'm done. Wait for the pictures, you can have a close-up. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so. This was the 5th video of the mini marathon. 2 more days to go. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye!